So what we're doing here is I'm painting up some Evil Sunz Killer Kanz. Figured I'd just kind of film some of the work I do as I do it. So what I've done is base the entire model. Of course, I guess primed. Then I based the entire model with lead belcher. And then some areas I wanted rusty, primarily the engine and the exhaust, I went and rusted up with a combination of Doom Bull Brown and which orange is this? Troll Slayer Orange. And it'll get washed with the whole model is going to get washed with aggressor shade. I'm going to do the red parts first. And then I went through and picked out some pieces with the Balthasar Gold, kind of like brass. So then what we'll do is go ahead and do some of the red armor. So what we're going to do, instead of painting the whole thing red, we're just going to go through and make it look like red paint over metal. So we're going to use Mephiston Red as the base, simply because it is a base and it coats very, very well. We don't need a good brush for this. So what we're going to do is just paint red in any particular armor place that we want it to be red. So let's start with this shoulder pad right here. It gives me a nice pad up here around these spikes already that's kind of raised. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Get this. We don't really need it perfect, so don't worry about the perfect coat, because it is going to get covered up with Evil Sunz Scarlet afterwards. And just going to give it a nice sloppy look here. Like that. And then, let's see, I'm in front. Now, I am going to go all the way up to the spikes, simply because the spikes are going to be done in yellow. But around the edges, I'm going to stay back from the edges a little tiny bit. Something like that. Perfect. And let's go through some other panels here. Let's go here. And you can do as much or as little as this as you want. Well, there's a nice panel on the back, so it's going to get done up here. Again, I do like to go up to the spikes instead of leaving them, because they're going to get the yellow instead of going to leaving a gap around those things. Let's see, we'll go around these. Don't worry about the rivets, because you can always go back over with some chainmail or Stormhorse Silver and highlight those. Actually, a little bit more red there than I want. That might be because of the funny angle trying to get on camera. Let's see here. Trying to just do some of this just to give you an idea of what I'm trying to accomplish here. I want it to look like, as I said, somebody's just slapped red paint on some portions of the metal instead of worrying about trying to get it all perfectly red. Looks really good. These front panels here. Don't worry about leaving a gap around. So basically, each individual panel, you just want to make sure and keep the red away from the gaps. And this big toothy part up here, I'm going to make that yellow. So a little too close to the edge on that one as well. Sides, I'm just going to leave basically meh. I'm not going to bother putting any red there. That's what I want to do with this. So I'll kind of go on from there. Let's do one of the legs here, so. Exactly what I want, right like that. Just up here. Top of the leg. So each individual panel is the same thing. Instead of painting the whole piece, it's just getting kind of brought out with the red. Highlighted. It's almost like a highlight of red. Like this armor panel right here. And some of the detail on the leg itself. Side there. And in this part area of the foot. Foot has a lot. It's not on the other ones I've done already. Foot has a lot of little areas you can do this on. So we're just going to go over the whole model just like this. See some of the arm over here. So let's see here. Trying to put some background music here. I'm just painting. Just to give a good idea of what exactly I'm trying to do. The look I'm going for. Yeah. And the top of this, so we'll do the bottom of this too. All the spikes, like the spike right here, those all get done in yellow after the wash. So I'm not going to do anything with those yet. Okay, so we'll go through the whole model like this. We'll do the front of this down here too. Carefully. Okay. I'm just going to skip this for now. Set this off to the side. So I got 3 of these to do. Kind of did these in stages already. So basically after we get all the red done, just like how we want it, give the whole model a wash of aggressor shade. After the wash dries, this is what we end up with. So then what we do is take our Evil Sunz Scarlet and we go over each place we painted on the Mephiston red. We're going to leave a little bit of the Mephiston red around the edges so you can see it. Let's see. Let's go to this panel right here in front with this shoulder pad. See if I can do. You might need 2 coats of the Evil Sunz Scarlet for it to show up right. Then we go to the, it's okay to go to the base of the spikes since they're going to be yellow. Really brightens up the red and gives a nice amount of highlights with the 2 different colors. See that well? I can see it great here. I don't know how it shows up on the camera. We'll find out here later. Let's see. All these and some rivets and things we'll just hit real quick with the Stormhill Silver when everything else is done to bring them back out. Looking good. Why am I doing this again? It can get a little tedious because of all these little areas that I've done here, but yeah, it's totally worth it. It gives a nice bright red look. And then all the edges of the Stormhill Silver. I'll really bring it out. I'll finish up the shoulder pads here. And then I'll show you what else we're going to do. Just going to follow the red outline of the piston red, just need the ever slightest small visible line in Mephiston red. Again, the color I'm using here is Evil Sunz Scarlet. Considering I'm painting Evil Sunz, I don't think of anything more appropriate. Okay, so far I'm doing pretty good at framing this video. So I kind of changed the angles over everything, so it seems to be working out pretty well. Let me know what you think. Okay, so we'll just stop there for now. Moving on to the next step, which is going to be the yellow. Now for that, we're not going to do a wash on them at all. We're just going to go 2 colors on the yellow. Starting with the Avalanche Sunset as the base, and we're going to highlight it with the Batman yellow. So everything that's yellow, that we want yellow, I'm going to do with the Avalanche Sunset. Show some of the painting on camera is an acquired skill. Awesome. Especially these 4-sided spikes. You gotta make sure you get all 4 sides. I mean, the point of this is to make it look like paint slopped on over metal, not an inherent color of the material itself. These big spikes out here in front. And then, if you want to, you can also still do some additional freehand with yellow, such as flames or diags or checks. I think the shoulder pads actually have enough yellow on them already where I don't need to do anymore. I think I'll leave these ones metal, because otherwise it would just be a little bit too much. Let's see if we want to do some diags here. You can also do, so any place this is like too much red, you can add some, I said checks or diags or flames, which I just use as curvy lines. Just add a little more yellow to it when necessary. And I'll probably put some flames in here when I get this area done. So that's the Avalanche Sunsets all done. So we're going to highlight that with Batman yellow. Or Flash Gets Yellow, sorry. This is Flash Gets Yellow. I think Bad Moon was the previous version. I'm going to take up just about the top half of the spike here. And do it with the Flash Gets Yellow. Just give it a little bit of a highlight. And then the hand-drawn dags here will get the highlight in the middle of that. Perfect. And grab the Stormhost Silver. That makes this stuff separates really badly. And I'm just going to give, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can try brush it. I'm just going to do an edge highlight. Stormhost kind of look like it's been buffed or scuffed, scraped. Some on the spikes here. They look like bare metal. A couple places. I'm going to go pretty light on this actually. Doesn't need a whole lot. Just enough to kind of bring out some of the corners. And the same with the bolts and rivets, you can go over like that. And the Stormhost Silver. Or you said you can go over and dry brush it. A little more roughed up look if you want. I just like doing it this way. You also get some of the rusty parts here. Done. So what I'm going to do with this one, it's going to make it look like this handle scraped across the top. Like that. Okay. And that's like 90% of it. Then after that, just picking out the details of some of these like cables, the lens, the windows for the pilot. I always do like the hydraulic hoses in black. And that's really all you need for this. Very nice so far. And then I do have one I've actually completed, just to kind of show off the final result of all that put together. Here we go. This is one Evil Sun Killa can. Here's some of the flame work I did. Painted all the hydraulic, or the what would be the hydraulic parts in the Stormhost Silver, since they're usually pretty clean. So I did some highlighting, some scratch marks with the Stormhost all everywhere. that's it. That is the Evil Sun Killa Kanz. So that's what we got here. So now I will go ahead, get these guys finished up for a showcase video. Thanks for watching.